Om Amritageenamayi. In today's online satsang, our beloved Amma's senior disciple, Pujya Swami Amritageetananda Puri, will talk about women empowerment through some beautiful examples.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Dhyayamo Davala Vakunthanavatim Tejomayim Nashtikim Nigdha Pangavilokinim Bhagavatim Mandaspita Shri Mukim Valsalyamritavarshinim Samuduram Sankirtanalapinim Shamam Gimatu Sikta Suktim Amritanandamayi Om Amritageetananda Namaha Om Gum Gurubhyo Namaha Om Gum Ganapati Namaha Om Ha Saraswati Namaha Om. My infinite prostrations at the lotus feet of my Sadguru, Sri Mata Amritanandamayi Devi, Universal Teacher, Universal Mother, and my humble pranams to all Amma's beloved children. A few weeks we have been covering the same topics which Amma gives us in the night after bhajans. If you remember correctly, after the Diksha, the Samashta Diksha was given to our brahmacharis and brahmacharinis. Many became the brahmacharis, the Chaitanyas, and a few became sannyasis also. So after the Diksha, Shyama gave the topic Mama Maya Durathiya. Now, because when we get the dress, we should be very, very careful because we are going to the outside. We are going outside, and we are working in the outside. When we work in the outside world, we should be very, very careful. So Amma said, "Be very careful. Let not Maya catch you. Mama Maya Durathiya." So that is the first topic which she gave, and then she said, "How can we conquer Maya?" When we have a Sadguru like Amma, Amma said the next topic was Nimitta Matar Bhava Savesakshin. O Arjuna, you become an instrument in my hands. I have already done everything. You just become an instrument in my hands. That was the second topic. Then after that she gives the topic of the Ishavas Upanishad, Ishavasi Vedakam Sarvam. That topic she gave. And Ma Gridakasya Didanam, be very careful. Everything is Ishvara. That was the topic she gave after that. And then she came to the very, very important topic which is called as Ramarajyam. Amma asked, is Ramarajyam possible today in today's world? Is Ramarajyam possible today? That was a very, very important topic. Can the Ramarajyam please? Ramarajyam means a place where the king is very just, very kind and compassionate to the people, and the people also, they are very dharmic. The king is dharmic and the people are equally dharmic. But there is no the chaos in this country. They are all very peaceful. That is Ramarajya. We did that also. And now we come to the topic is there is Brahmavit Brahmaiva Bhavati. Amma asked, how can Brahmavit Brahmaiva Bhavati? It says, Mundaka Upanishad says, Brahmavit Brahmaiva Bhavati. How can you explain this mantra to a common person, a person who does not believe in God, or to a person who believes in God but who's only a temple worshipper? How can you explain this? Also, we have already covered it very, very well. And now a very, very important topic which we are now going to cover is last week, Amma, there was a Mahayajna here performed by the Sannyasinis and Brahmacharinis, and that was part of Amma's women empowerment. Amma has this very, very important project in mind, women empowerment, and we will try to. We have already spoken about this in Malayalam, but we want to speak in English also. So we say women empowerment, how women should be educated, how they should be brought together, and they also have a place in society. I will briefly talk today. It will be discussed more by our Amrita Yuvadharmadhara members of Amrita Puri and Bangalore. So usually we say that women are considered inferior to men. Even in the Shastras also sometimes they say, they call women chaparata, the fickle-minded. That may be the negative side, but woman also has her positive side that we will see today. And it says, Yatra naryastu pujante ramante tatra devataha yatreva na pujante sarvam tatra apala kriyaha. They say Yatra naryastu pujante. Amma has also told this once, long time back, where the women are worshipped, there ramante tatra devataha. All the gods are very, very happy. And and it says Yatreva na pujante sarvam tatra apala kriyaha. Where the women are not worshipped or respected, all our actions will become fruitless. This is a very, very important point. When we say Nari, we say the women's qualities is very, very important. It is of course, every woman should be respected. But what is more important is we are giving importance to the feminine qualities. A woman who has the feminine qualities, that is the real woman, and that should be respected, is the meaning here. And again they say, Nastri Swadandram Arhati. That's also very, very misunderstood. Then is Na Stri Swadandram Arhati. The word Arhanti does not mean deserve. In Malayalam, Arhata means deserve. But in Sanskrit, Arhati, the meaning is totally different here. Na Stri Swadandram Arhanti means she need not be independent. So the women, they say when she is a child, the father will look after her. When she is grown up, the husband will look after her, and when she are in the old age, her children will look after her. So therefore, it is only meant you need not be independent. For even going outside and working, that's not necessary, because a woman has, as a woman, she has a very, very many other very important work also remaining at home. That we will say that we will see discussed today. So let us remember that when Amma speaks about woman, about Stri, she stresses the feminine qualities of the woman. Of woman, usually it is they say compassion, patience, etc. Bhumiyolam shama, they say. Usually it is we compare Bhumiyolam shama with the feminine qualities should be given importance, and we have to understand that the man also should develop women's qualities. So it is like this. We say we have two instruments, mainly the head and the heart. The head, usually it is thinking faculty, that is mainly attributed to the man. He is more of a thinking type, whereas women are more emotional by nature. So she is at it is the heart side, which is the woman's side is the heart. Therefore, the man is the head and the woman is the heart. So both should be sufficiently developed. In our universities, we develop the head, but we unfortunately ignore or we neglect the development of the heart. So the development of the heart is what we mean by the feminine qualities, the emotional aspect also, and the qualities like compassion and patience, etc. So now usually we say, nowadays we say, in general when we watch, we say education and a good salary makes a person think that I am independent now. I have very good education, I have very good salary, I need not depend upon anyone. That is a mistake. That is even for even a man should not think like that. Even a man should not think that because I have a good education and I have good salary, I am now independent. So even the man, sometimes he tend to disobey or disrupt or ignore his parents also. Both man and woman, they should always respect their elders. I may be very qualified, I may have a very good salary, but that doesn't mean I am now independent. I can do whatever I like. Especially when women are very well qualified, and when the woman has a very good salary, she tend, in general, we can see that we don't see everybody, but we see a tendency to become independent. Of course, the Shastras say that women also should be given. She also has her rights. She can assert herself. It does not mean that she must do whatever the man says, whatever the husband says. That's not the meaning. So we will see to that. So first, because the time is short, let us take a very beautiful mantra from Devi Mahatmyam, the first chapter of Devi Mahatmyam. There is a very beautiful, very powerful mantra of it's a prayer by Brahmadeva to Mahakali or Mahadevi. That mantra we will see, that can, in short, it can indicate what should be the qualities of a woman. We will see the mantra and then we will first go through it. So the mantra is Brahmovacha. It's almost a lot of mantras are there. So the very important mantra is Tum Shri, Tum Ishwari, Tum Hri, Tum Buddhir Bodha Lakshana, Lajja Putti Tata Tushti, Tum Shanti Kshanti Revacha. I repeat once again. Tum Shri, Tum Ishwari, Tum Hri, Tum Buddhir Bodha Lakshana, Lajja Putti Tata Tushti, Tum Shanti Kshanti Revacha. This is the mantra. So we can see briefly. Tum Shri means, oh Devi, you are prosperity. Prosperity means owing to, how can one get prosperity? It is only by leading a dharmic life. The woman, she leads a very dharmic life, always obedient to her husband, to her elders, and following the path of dharma. That only gives us prosperity. So prosperity means the worldly wealth, not only worldly wealth. We can see when we look at a woman, sometimes we hear people saying the Aishwaryam. That Aishwaryam, that part that comes from Devi is one of the qualities is that very good qualities. That is the real Shri. And then she says, Tum Shri, Tum Ishwari. Oh Devi, you are Mahadevi, you are the power behind the universe. The entire universe was created by you, maintained by you, and when finally it comes back into you, like as Saraswati, Mahalakshmi, and Kali or Durga. So that is Tum Shri, Tum Ishwari, Tum Hri. Hri means modesty. So here we can see, when we say Ishwari, the wife is the connecting force between the father and the children. That is one of the very important aspect of the woman. It is the woman, it is the mother or the wife in the house who connects the father and the children together. That is a very important aspect. So we have to remember, so sometimes when you ask a lady, what are you? So she may say, I'm a doctor, or she may say, I'm an engineer, or she may say, I'm a professor. She'll tell her profession. And another lady may say, what are you doing? She will say, I am a housewife. So let us not think that when the ladies say that I am a housewife, she is very, very inferior. Being a housewife is very, very difficult. Managing a house is very, very difficult. Maintaining the house, cooking, not only cooking, maintaining the house and looking after her husband who goes out and the children also goes out. The linking them together is very important aspect of woman, especially when she also goes out, it becomes more difficult for her. The Ishwari means she maintains the universe, and at house also she maintains the family and the house. That is second meaning, the meaning of Ishwari. So we have seen Tvam Sri, Tvam Ishwari, Tvam Hri. Hri means modesty. It's a very, very important aspect of woman. It is modesty. The women like Surpanaka, etc., the Tadaka, etc., they have no modesty. They are shameless by nature. So see, the way they behave in society or when they go out, that is very, very important. Humility, even though she may be very efficient, she may be very proficient, she may be very qualified, but still she may do something very, very important. She may do extraordinary things. Even though when she does extraordinary things, she never thinks that I have done this. She never feels proud of that. She always is. That is called modesty. So Tvam Hri. And the one very important the aspect I will tell you, it is said in Chidambaram, there was a dance competition between Shiva and Parvati. So it is just one example to say whatever man can do, woman also can do. So there need not be any argument, there need not be any fight, because we are all both created by God as the two parts of a whole. That we have to understand. Two sides of a coin or two parts of a whole. God has created Shiva and Shakti. God has created man and woman to continue creation. So there need not be any feeling of superior or any feeling of inferior. In some ways, man may be superior. In some other ways, woman may be superior. So there need not be any argument. This is also a divine drama where they dance and it was a competition. So the Shiva, the Shiva is supposed to be the Nataraja. He is the Lord of dance. So whatever pose he did, Parvati also effortlessly, she did the exactly same pose. And finally what happened was, in Bharatanatyam, there is a pose where the leg is lifted sideways and brought up to the knee. The knees will be touching the ear. When we lift the left leg, it will come and touch the left ear, and we can hold our left leg with the right hand. And similarly, we lift the right leg sideways like this and bring it up, and the right knee will be touching the right ear, and we can hold the right leg with our left hand. This posture is there not only in Bharatanatyam, it is in Kalari and Kung Fu also. The idea is to make the thigh joint very, very loose so you can kick. And therefore, maybe this is I am going away from the subject. So that is a little masculine. So when Shiva went in that pose, Parvati Devi, she refused, she just kept silent. She did not do that pose because that is unfeminine. Lifting the leg up in the air. So though she did not do that pose, and she admitted defeat. So this is what we call as modesty. What Shiva was masculine, there are certain poses which is unfeminine, and therefore she did not do, even though she could do it, but because it is unfeminine, she did not do it, and Parvati graciously submitted defeat. So this is what we call as Hri or modesty. So when we come to the next one, then we say Tvam Buddhi, you are Buddhi, you are intellect, you are intelligent, you are wisdom. We can see that the women are also very, very intelligent and very wise also. In Ramayana, you can see that the Tara advised Vali, when Sugriva challenged Vali, Tara advised him again and again, please do not go. There is somebody supporting him, otherwise he will not be so confident. Please don't go. And Vali ignored his wife's advice and he was killed. Again, we can see in Ravana also, Mandodari went on advising Ravana, please return Sita, please return Sita. What you are doing is wrong. You're not, the Rama is not what you think. He is not a Vanavasi. He is Sakshat Bhagavan. Pandodari also, the advised Ravana, he disregarded this wise advice and he also died. There are many such examples where women are very, very, very wise, and she could give valuable advice to her husband also. And husbands also, they are humble enough to listen to the wife also in situations. So that is a very, very well balanced life. So sometimes usually the wife listens to the husband, and sometimes the wife, especially in the house. Bangalore also, Bangalore Ashram, and in Bangalore Ashram also, the lady devotees, they look the curtains, etc. They come and ask me what color. I said I do not know, because the ladies they know better what is the color, the color of what color can suit the ashram. It is somewhat related to this color, a little whiter than lighter than this color. So there are in the ashram, in the Bangalore ashram also, men do their work, and when women come and then lady devotees come and do their work, this place like curtains, etc., decorations, etc., they are better. So when they asked me, I said, I do not know, you know better, you do. So therefore this should be our attitude. So there are in many areas where women know better than men. So this is the balanced life. So now we say Bodha Lakshana. Next one is Tum Shri, Tum Ishwari, Tum Hri, Tum Buddhir, Bodha Lakshana. A woman, the Bodha Lakshana means she is of the nature of Bodha, pure consciousness, Chaitanyam. And Chaitanyam, it means her very nature, our very nature is Chaitanyam. Not only that, this is the most important teaching of Amma. Some of the other brahmacharis and brahmacharis also has explained this. Every day Amma makes our little Kochurne chant Bodham, Atubodham. He chants that. So that is very, very important. That very nature of our awareness, that should be there in our day-to-day life also, not just during meditation. So you can see that you start with the body consciousness. So first we come to the body, the body consciousness. From the body consciousness, we slowly go to the mind consciousness, and finally the Guru will take us to the highest consciousness. That is the meaning of the Bodha Lakshana. In situations, in day-to-day life, in situations around us, we should be very, very aware what is happening around us and how we should behave, how we should relate ourselves with the world around us in different situations. That is also called Bodha Lakshana. It is a very, very important aspect we have to develop. So, and then again, the Bodha Lakshana means I am aware of my responsibilities. Usually people in general, both men and women, they are very, very aware of their rights, but they are not aware of our responsibilities. So therefore, we say, I am aware of my rights. Of course, women should be aware of their rights also, and they should assert. I don't mean to say they should demand, but they should be aware of their rights, and they should. I cannot use the word fight for the rights. In the right way, we can claim for our rights also. Along with the rights and responsibilities go together. I am aware of my rights, and at the same time I am aware of my responsibilities also. So only when I take up my responsibilities, only then I claim my rights. Only when I am aware of my responsibilities and I do my responsibilities, then only I can claim my rights. So that is what we mean by the word here, the Bodha Lakshana. So you can see, now I am aware of myself, duty to myself. Slowly I am aware of duty to my family. Slowly I become aware of my duty to the community. I am aware of my duty to my society. to my country, to my duty to the whole universe. As an individual, I have taken so much from the world. I have so many duties, and I am aware of my duties. That is the meaning of Bodha Lakshana. I am the duties and responsibilities also. So we can see in our white evening, we have most wonderful Guru in Amma. The white flower meditation, we can see Amma says, imagine that the white flowers are falling in the ocean, they are falling on the rivers, they are falling on the mountains, they are falling in the forests, and falling on animals and birds, and finally on our head. So we say that let there be peace in the entire universe. Because that we are living in the world, we are not isolated from the world. When we relate to the world outside, we need the entire world to live peacefully and happily. That is the meaning. And then the next word is, we say about women, lajja. Lajja means shyness, bashfulness or shyness. By nature, a woman is, by nature, usually a woman is shy. Amma always says, children, be aware of your feminine qualities, and the feminine qualities that in public we should be very, very careful. And the shyness is her nature. And nowadays, when you become too educated, etc., too modern, they tend to lose their quality of shyness. So Amma says, shyness is, to a certain extent, we should be shy also, especially women, and men also. The shyness is not the quality of women alone, there's the quality of man also. That is the meaning of the word lajja. Then the next quality of Devi, they say it is, so lajja, it's Devi's quality, lajja. Tum Shri, Tum Ishwari, Tum Hri, Tum Buddhir, Bodha Lakshana, lajja. Now we come to lajja. Bashfulness, shyness is a quality of woman. We should have that to a certain extent, especially in the way you dress, the way you behave, etc. That is the meaning. And then pushti. Pushti means nourishment. It is she who offers the form of nourishment. It is she who gives us all kinds of nourishments, both nourishment for the body and the way she nourishes our mind also. There we can see, we have already seen this shloka in the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Yada dityagadam tejo jagadbhasayati kilam yachandramasya chagnau tattejo vidhimamakam gama vishyacha budhani dharyamiha mojasa pushna vichaushidi sarva somo bhutva rasatmakaha. So we can see that the Bhagavan Krishna tells Arjuna, the tejas, the light, the light of the sun, the nourishing aspect of the sun, that belongs to me, Arjuna. Bhagavan says it is Bhagavan's power which gives the light, heat and nourishment, the aspect to the sun. And to the moon also, Bhagavan says, and the light of the moon and the nourishing, the quality of the moon also, O Arjuna, it is my power only. And therefore, the pushti, whatever pushti we get, it is Devi's, we get it from Devi or Krishna, Sri Krishna, they are both one and the same. And then say, lajja pushti tata tushti. Tushti means contentment, satisfaction. You can see one good example that comes to my mind is the example of Ganapati. You can see Ganapati has a big tummy, big stomach. So ende vayaru naranju, I am satisfied. It shows the big stomach of Ganapati shows contentment. So contentment means I have I will tell Shanti mantra also. In Taittiriya Upanishad they say, Yadi Brahmavida apnoti param tadesha bhyukta satyam jnanam anandam brahma yo veda nihitam guhayam parame vyoman so oshtute sarvan kamaan saha. So they say, it is very similar to Brahmavit Brahmaiva bhavati. Very similar mantra. Brahmavit apnoti param. See, the knower of Brahman, he gains the supreme. And how is that? Tadesha bhyukta. What is nature? Satyam jnanam anantam brahma. Yoveda nihitam guhayam parame vyoman. So you should know the Brahma is Satyam jnanam anantam, and it is Yoveda nihitam guhayam parame vyoman. It is in this the cave of the heart. Saha ashtute sarvan kaman saha. So he who knows the supreme Brahman of the nature of Satyam, truth, Jnanam, knowledge, and Anantam, infinity, and which dwells in the cave of one's heart, of every heart of the living being. Saha ashtute sarvan kaman saha. So all his desires are satisfied. That it means that when we gain the infinite peace, it is equal to having all our desires satisfied. So they say the tushti means contentment. I have gained the supreme being, which is of the nature of infinite peace and infinite joy. That is the meaning of tushti, contentment. That also is the Devi's quality. And then you say tum shanti. You are the quality of peace. So tum shanti, you are peace. And then we come to the last word. It is Chanti evacha. Chanti means forgiveness. Forgiveness is the one Chanti. And that is also Devi's quality. So we say tum Shri, tum Ishwari, tum Hri, tum Buddhir, Bodha Lakshana, Lajja, Putti, Tata, Tushti, tum Shanti, Chanti Revacha. This is the very important mantra in the first chapter of Devi Mahatmyam. Chanti also comes in the 5th chapter of Devi Mahatmyam. I am sure many of our Amma's children are reading this, chanting this every day. Namo Devi Mahadevi Shiva Hitatanam Namaha. All the divine qualities of the mother are the enumerated in that 5th chapter. They say Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Chanti Rupena Samthita. Chanti means forgiveness and patience. So Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Buddhi Rupena Samthita. You are Namastasya, 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 Namo Namaha. You are in the form of intelligence. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samthita. You are in the form of power, strength. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Daya Rupena Samthita. You are in the form of compassion and kindness, etc. We can see all the divine qualities present there. And Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Matru Rupena Samhita, the most important. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Matru Rupena Samhita. O Devi, you are in all creatures and all living beings. Matru Rupena, you come in the form of the mother also. That has two meanings. It is mother who gives birth to us, and also because the mother gives birth to us and we drink the mother's milk, then her qualities also come to us. So therefore, the motherhood is not only in the woman. The motherhood is in the men also, and especially in Amma's presence, we can cultivate, we can develop this capacity of motherhood, both not only in the women, the men also. Motherhood only means selfless love, compassion, patience, expecting nothing in return. That is the meaning. So we see, I'll give you just two instances where the motherhood comes to the front, and the mother comes to the front. In Shiva Parvati Kalyanam, it took place in Himalayas. We know the story very well. So when the wedding was about to take place, all the sages in India, all the sages came to the north, and the earth lost its balance because the sages are very, very powerful. The earth lost its balance, and therefore Bhagavan Shiva knew the solution. He knew that Agastya Rishi is very, very powerful. So Shiva Bhagavan called Agastya Rishi and said, Agastya Rishi, for the good of the world, I request you, or I advise you to go to the south so that the balance of the earth can be maintained. Agastya, obeying Shiva, sadly came to the earth, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and he stood there. He was sitting there quietly, And when the wedding was going on, Agastya felt very, very sad. He started thinking, what sin have I committed that I could not take part in the royal, in the Bhagavan, the divine wedding of Bhagavan Shiva and Parvati. He was feeling very sad. And Parvati, the mother, she knew very well. She told Bhagavan Shiva on her right side, she told O Lord, Agastya Rishi is feeling very, very sad because he is not able to take part in the wedding. And Parameshwara also has compassion, like Parvati said, doesn't matter, just for Agastya Rishi, we will get married once again. And that it is said that in Tamil Nadu, in Madurai, the Parvati Devi incarnated as Meenakshi and Bhagavan Shiva incarnated as Kalyana Sundaram, and the marriage took place just for the sake of Agastya. So she was the princess, and the princess, there was no match for that princess, and Shiva himself had to come in the form of Kalyana Sundaram, and he married her. That is a story. And one more incident we can say where the mother, where she can be stern and tough also. We know the story of Namadeva. Namadeva, when Jnaneshwara and his brothers and sister, they came to the temple to offer worship. Usually all devotees touch Namadeva's feet, but the Jnaneshwara and his brothers did not touch his feet. Therefore, he did not know who these people are. So he became a little angry. Everybody touches my feet, they did not touch my feet. And they are divine beings. The Jnaneshwara was Vishnu, Nivritinath, the eldest was Shiva, Sopan was Brahma, and Muktabai, the youngest among the sister, she was Kali. And all of them knew that Namadeva was angry because we did not touch his feet. And Muktabai mentioned this to Jnaneshwara. He is very angry, we should correct him. So Jnaneshwara said, forget it. Muktabai said, nothing doing, no forgetting. He is a Bhakta, and Bhakta should not be egoistic. He has to be corrected. And it was Muktabai who created the situation where there was a meeting of all great saints, and the Gora, the Kumbha Gora story you know very well. And that was created, the situation was created by Muktabai, saying that it is her motherly compassion to remove the ego of Namadeva. It was again the mother's compassion which dominated there, and which resulted in Namadeva's finding a guru, and finally he got Atmajnanam also. That is also responsible for the Muktabai. Mother's compassion was responsible there. And in our tradition, we can go on and on. There are very great warriors also, like Jhansi Rani and so many other great queens, great warriors who could challenge anyone. And again, we have great saints like Mirabai, and we have Andal, we have Avayar, so many great women saints also. And the Janabai, for example. And now we'll stop here for the time being. We will say one beautiful story I will say, and then I will stop. That is, in the Buddhist tradition, there was a Buddhist nun by the name of Ryonen. The spelling is Ryonnen. Ryonen. She was the maid of the princess. So Ryonen was very, very beautiful, and she was the maid, the maid of the princess. So they tried their best. Finally, what happened? Suddenly, the young princess died, and immediately the Ryonen, she understood how impermanent is the human life, and she decided to go to the monastery and become a nun. But her parents were firm. Parents said, no, you have to get married. Then Ryonen, obeying her parents, Ryonen said, okay, I will get married, but after 3 children are born, I will leave my home and I will go to and I will join a monastery. Finally, she was married. After 3 children were born, Ryonen just left her home and went to a monastery. And when she went to a monastery, and she asked the guru, can you accept me as your disciple? The guru looked at her for a few seconds, and he said, I am sorry, I cannot. So she left and she went to the second monastery. Again she asked the Guru, will you please accept me as a disciple in the ashram? The Guru looked for a few seconds and said, I am sorry, I cannot. She went to the third ashram, the same thing happened, and then she asked the Guru, why is that the third time he was staring at me, and they said no. And then the Guru said, you are too beautiful, you are too charming. If I accept you in the ashram, there will be a problem in the ashram, because there are other brahmacharis also. So she went back home, she took an iron rod, she heated it and she disfigured her face. She took an iron rod, heated it, disfigured her face, came back to the Guru and said, now will you accept me? The Guru was shocked and he accepted her as a disciple. She became a very great saint. She was famous for her poetry. She was very famous as a poet, and she passed away. She did not live very long. She attained samadhi when she was 60 years old. So there are great men, great women also. And now, like we coming to the women empowerment, we say women empowerment. So we can take the word letter M and say empowerment. So we start with, first we can say, the first M is Mahadevi Maheshwari. So it is only in our tradition that Devi is given she is called Supreme Being, Adipara Shakti. I explained this already. Devi is called as Adipara Shakti. In Greek mythology, the Roman mythology, Egyptian mythology, there are goddesses like Venus, etc., but they are not Supreme Being. Whereas in our tradition, it's called M is Mahadevi, Kali Maheshwari. That is very important. Then when we come to M, the first thing comes to our mind is motherhood. That's also a very, very, very motherhood empowerment. Then we have so many other, we have what the most of you want is management power. Okay, that we will discuss later. Management power. Then we have something called money power. It's nothing like that, but we will tell you how money should be used. We have mind power, and so how the mind can become made powerful. It can come to M, meditation power, mantra power, M for meditation, M for mantra, and M for music also gives us a lot of peace and joy, purifies the mind. And then we have the muscle power also, especially Amma's daughters, the girls, you have to develop skills in self-defense. That's called muscle power. You have to develop muscle power also. That's also an M. And lastly, the very, very important, what Amma wants us to have is M, mass power. We should be one single group, not too many so small groups. That's not what Amma likes. We should be one big family, physically and mentally well trained, very dharmic. The very dharmic girl, not only girls, boys also very dharmic, and we are totally united. We say, be good, be actively good, be unitedly good. So be good, first be dharmic, and then we become very active. A dharmic person is very active also. When he sees adharma, he will stop it. He will try to stop it. And then when how an individual can do very little, we have to be united. Only then we can stop adharma. So be good, be actively good, be unitedly good. Our Ayudh, our Amrita Yudharmadhara, the Puri and Bangalore, they will explain in more detail. I will stop here the first time being. Om Asatoma Sadgamaya, Tamastoma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, Om Lokah Samastah Tukino Bhavantu, Lokah Samastah Tukino Bhavantu, Lokah Samastah Tukino Bhavantu, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha, Hari Om.
Thank you, Swamiji, for talking us through the different M's of women empowerment. In our next online program, The members of Ayuth Amritapuri and Ayuth Bengaluru will elaborate on the different M's of women empowerment. Let us hope and pray that our beloved Amma showers her blessings on all of us. Namah Shivaya.